Shout out to Tenjin, welcome to MMO Gang. He makes money through doing a side hustle of reading audiobooks, so essentially he's a narrator. He made £45 for reading an hour book, which I found pretty interesting. If any of you guys are interested in being a narrator, message him on Twitter. And if you want to be in the intro of the next video, just send me a DM and show how much money you've made online.
Hey, it's Poku Banks, baby. Today we're going to talk about the best way that you as a teenager can make money online. Now I personally believe that is freelancing. Now I get a lot of comments on my TikTok, how can I make money at 16? How can I make money at 13? How can I make money at 14? And you know what? The best way I think that you should start off in your career making money online has to be with freelancing. So this is essentially learning your services or your skills to other people, other companies, other entrepreneurs. Wait, more than likely, before you watch this video, you probably saw an advert. I just want to let you guys know that I'm finally monetized. It's been about a month and 10 days. So, I'll let you guys know how much I even make after a month of being monetized. If you want to see that video, comment down below and let me know. Now, a lot of teenagers want to start businesses online. So, for example, dropshipping, but they don't realize that they don't know the fundamentals of starting a business. So, this may mean graphic design. So, designing your logo for your dropshipping business, or web development. So, you don't have to design a Shopify store. So, then, therefore, when people come into your website, it doesn't look that nice, and therefore, they're less likely to buy from a website. In this day, unfortunately, a lot of people judge by the cover. So, if something does not look good, they don't think it is good, and therefore, they won't buy from you. Therefore, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So, if you're a teenager or you're new to making money online, then this is the best way you should start: freelancing. So freelancing is a form of self-employment, so you work for yourself. This is where you charge others to borrow your skills or services for a fee. So one of the first benefits that you have with freelancing is that you have the ability to choose which projects you want to work on. So if you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. If you want to do something else, you can do it. You get to choose. You don't have any boss. You are your own boss. You're self-employed. A second benefit you have from freelancing is simply the flexibility of location. Literally, you're making money online. You're a graphic designer on your laptop. You're making beats on your laptop. You're web developing on your laptop. You can be wherever you are as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. So you can be in Hawaii for all you want, and you can be freelancing from there. So when it comes to location, you work wherever you want, in your bedroom, your home office, Starbucks, whatever. Again, with the whole making money online and with the way technology is moving, you can work with literally anyone. You can live in the UK and work with someone in the US. You can live in the UK and work with someone in China. You can work with anyone as long as they have some sort of internet connection. With the likes of Skype, Zoom, and more, you can literally contact anyone and see anyone face to face from all over the world. COVID-19 has shown us that. And finally, with freelancing, especially with graphic design and beat making, it allows you to experiment and show your creativity. This is different to other 9-to-5 jobs where you're just entering numbers on the computer. With freelancing, you get to show who you are as a person. And this is helpful for you and your brain to stimulate. Okay, so the first freelancing job that I want you guys to look into is graphic design. I'm pretty sure you know what a graphic designer is, but I'll explain what it is. So graphic designers, they create visual concepts to communicate and illustrate a story or an idea. Now, graphic design is pretty vague. You need to niche down. So you could be a logo designer, an infographic designer, a mixtape cover designer, a billboard designer, a t-shirt designer. There's so many forms of graphic design that you really need to niche down and pick which one you want to do. Now, pretty much everyone actually needs a graphic designer. I'm the graphic designer. My YouTube channel thumbnails, I have a graphic designer for them. I don't make them. The reason you clicked on this video is because the thumbnail of my video looks very, very attractive and it caught your eye. You wondered how you can make money online, so you clicked on the video. Now, graphic design is pretty much needed in any space to persuade the consumer why they should do this or should you buy this. Hey, but shout out to MMO Gang. Without this, I couldn't have made this video. So I asked on Snapchat for any graphic designers to ask and explain their journey of graphic design, how you can get into it, how hard it is, how much money you can make, and where you learn. So I'm going to go through it now. Okay, shout out to Aaron Evans. He claims that he's self-taught and he gets most of his clients from social media. So this is through Instagram or Twitter. Due to coronavirus, more people are streaming and creating YouTube channels, which means there's more work for him. The only downside that he finds from graphic design is that there's lots of demand for revisions. So basically someone wanted to redo their graphic design, which can get pretty stressful for him. Shout out to Noah. He also claims that he learned how to do graphic design from YouTube. So again, you can do this for free, just like you're watching this video. He uses Photoshop to make his designs, but he claims it took him a year to get the knowledge of Photoshop. So again, this is an overnight process. He gets the majority of his clients from Instagram or WhatsApp, and he says that referrals are a big one. So basically word of mouth. He claims he makes around £1,000 per month and is well on his way to make £2,000 a month. The only downside of graphic design for him is that he claims that it's hard to stay motivated as he has some dry days. But other than that, he's making money. Hey, now shout out to AHP, they're dropping gems. This is how they get their clients for graphic design. So they get their clients that are gone on other graphic design pages, going through the likes of active followers, and then like the posts, hoping that they notice and then have a look at their page. They also get clients from referrals, which is often. They tend to buy cheap promo for £5 of small but active meme pages, which shows their stuff to more people. So in terms of where to learn from, They simply went through the trial and error route, so just playing around on an app called Pixela. After doing a few graphic designs, they went out of the way to buy their own graphics pad. Now they claim that they charge around £50 per graphic, and then they also made a single cover for Ed Sheeran, which was a joint venture with another graphic designer, and they charged £200 for that. Now what they suggest is that you make your own separate page for graphic design, so your personal page and your graphic design page, which is where you put your graphic design to attract more clients, to show your portfolio. Family, shout out to Zakaria. They claim that they're self-taught through YouTube, so learning through YouTube. And then their way of getting clients is that they find people that are growing, work for free as they give you a chance, and then you can get more recommendations after doing a good service to them. This actually reminds me of a situation that happened to me. My current graphic designer that does my thumbnails, they actually worked for free originally to get my attention. He did my Poku State logo for free, which I very, very liked, so I then asked him to do some more stuff for me, and then that's how I became his client. And then I just kept giving him more and more business. Hey, but don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. I'm trying to get us to 10k by the end of the summer. Let's get it. Okay, so the second thing that you should look into while being a freelancer is being a video editor. So I'm pretty sure you guys know what being a video editor is, but simply it's assembling uncut raw material into a finished product that's available or suitable for broadcasting. So for example, this video you're watching right now on YouTube will probably be around 10 minutes, okay, or 8 minutes, 8, 10, 12 minutes. But the actual full video will probably be around 40 minutes to 50 minutes. So you have to cut that all down to make it suitable for you guys to watch. Because you guys don't see my, my mistakes or my stuttering or whatnot. Now again, with video editing, the money's is going to keep rising with all these video platforms. So for example, the likes of Facebook video, Instagram video, YouTube, TikTok, all of these platforms have video editing required in it. Video editing is a future-proof type of freelancer skill. That job will not be going away anytime soon, trust me. So if you do learn video editing, you're probably going to use it for the rest of your lifetime, believe it or not. Now in terms of video editing, shout out to Joey Fernandez. He claims that he learned from LinkedIn Education. It's free for the first month and then £24 every month thereafter. He gets his clients from Fiverr, and he says, with video editing, it gets more and more easier as you get more experience. In terms of per video, he gets around £50 to £500 per video to edit. So this could be a short, YouTube video or a long type of short film. Again, for those prices, it depends on the edit, the customer, or the quality. Shout out to Motu Busy. He claims that he learned from YouTube, so he learned for free, self-taught. He gets his clients from social media, and he gets some from Fiverr, but most of it from social media. He claims he makes around £250 a week, which is pretty good for being a video editor. Hey, shout out to Nobody. He claims he learned how to video edit by just playing around with iMovie, which iMovie is pretty simple if you guys haven't tried it yet. He suggests that as you make more money for video editing, upgrade from iMovie onto better things like Final Cut Pro. As you can edit more better and more smoother films, you can then charge your prices even more, so it works both ways. You gotta invest into business, back into yourself. For clients, he says he gets them mainly from word of mouth or from Instagram. He also uses Facebook marketing to advertise to his clients, so he gains new people. He does suggest though that it can be challenging at times, but he does love it as it is his passion, and he gets rewarded for it by getting a lot of money. Now believe it or not, I even edit these videos now. Obviously editing is pretty simple, but the thing is, I just don't have the time to do it. So in the future, I will be looking for a video editor. So again, don't message me now, but I will announce it on my socials. So on Instagram or Snapchat, make sure you add me on both those platforms at Poku Banks. That's where I am everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, at Poku Banks. So I will need a video editor to be editing these videos. Okay, so the first freelancer tool we should look into is either web development or web design. Bear in mind, these two are two different things. A lot of people like to confuse them together, but they're two complete different things. Web developers focus more on the back end of the website. So this is the coding, the framework, all of the website behind. The things that you don't really see on the website itself, but behind the scenes that makes it work together. Whatever makes it flow. Whereas with web designer, so this focuses more on the appeal of the website, how it looks to you as a customer. So as you're going on the website, how it looks, the theme, the colors, how it works, how it flows together, the text, everything. So essentially, your clients are pretty much businesses that want to go online. Now, let me be real. This freelance job is very, very future-proof, as in, I don't see it going away anytime soon. So if you do learn it, again, you'll be able to use it for the rest of your lifetime, believe it or not. And being able to build a website is a pretty sophisticated skill. Yes, I could build a pretty basic website, but it gets to the point where you need professionally done. An example is Drip Lotto, my raffle business where you can win luxury prizes online. We had to get a website designer to build that website for us on Wix. Because I made the website and it just did not look so good. So again, we had to get that done on Wix, and now it's done and it looks a lot more nicer now. In fact, we even might get a new website done, so again, hit my DMs. Okay, so for web development, shout out to Cullen. He claims that he was self-taught from YouTube, so he learned himself. He runs Facebook ads to get clients, and he also gets referrals from clients. He claims to be making around €1,000 per month from graphic design and web development. So graphic design and web development can be pointed to as you're designing the website, if you get what I'm saying. But he then goes on to say that it can be time consuming and it can take a while to learn. So it's not easy as just, drag and drop. Shout out to Abel Higg. He claims that he makes £100 a week from a lot of work, and he gets his clients from reaching out to local businesses. These are businesses that aren't on the internet yet, they haven't got a website yet. So he goes out there and asks them whether he should make a website for them. Now shout out to Clout Chaser. He makes Shopify stores, so he's niched down. So he doesn't just make any stores, he makes Shopify stores for people that want to get into e-commerce or drop shipping or drop servicing. He claims that it gets easier as you go along, which I pretty much believe. And he charges around £100 to £600 per website just for making a Shopify store. So that's pretty good in my opinion. Now the fourth freelance job that I would like you guys to look into is simply music producing. Now as a music producer, you're responsible for making some sort of creative content by pulling together separate parts of a sound recording to make it sound good for the ears. I don't really have no need for any sort of music producer. Maybe I might need one, if I start podcasting in the future, but other than that, I don't really need one. I've never had any experience with one, but I've asked my Snapchat again, shout out to MMO Gang, for some advice on how I should advise you guys on whether to get onto music producing or not. Shout out to Samuel. He claims that he learnt from YouTube on how to make beats, and he looked up FL Studio, so Free Loops. And the money you can make from producing beats and whatnot, so within the hip hop community, he claims that it depends on how popular you are in terms of rap songs. So if your beats are on popular rap songs, then you have the ability to charge a lot higher for beats. He claims you can charge around £75 to £100 when starting up. So again, if you guys are interested in getting into music producing, look into that. Now the next type of job I want to look into on freelancing is not a job that was talked on Snapchat. No one actually messaged me about it, but I believe it needs to be mentioned. I believe it's pretty lucrative, and that is copywriting. Now copywriting is the art and the science of writing a copy, which is words on web pages, ads, or promotional material that sells your product or service and convinces the prospective customer to take action on the product. So this means to buy it or look into it or whatnot. That's what a copy does. It's exactly like hiring a salesman, but just for your website or for your ad, just to make it sound a lot better. Cool, so in terms of pay, hourly rates can range from around £30 to £100. That price depends on your experience and how much you really need to write. Now again, judging by the other freelancer jobs, simply you can learn this by just going on YouTube. Yes, getting courses are great, but at least try to learn the basics first so you know that you really want to get into this. And if you do want to get into it, then you can look out for getting some courses. And now the sixth thing I want to show you guys, look, this is for my real entrepreneurs. I want you guys to look into drop servicing. Now, you may have been sitting through this video thinking, you know what, Poku, this sounds all good, but, I don't have the time to do freelancing, or, I don't have any skills. I don't have any perfect skills that I can advertise. I'm not really good at anything. That's what some of you guys may be thinking. Drop servicing is a perfect thing for you. This can show the inner business inside of you. So again, just as the name suggests, this is very similar to drop shipping, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what drop shipping is. Now, with drop servicing, your aim is to market a service and then provide that service by giving the service to someone else to do for you. So you make your profit in the markup. So for example, let's say you're advertising logo designs for £25. Customer comes and buys it off you for £25. So logo design does for £10, he gives it to you, you give it to the customer, and you've now made a £15 difference. That £15 difference, that's yours. That's yours to keep, that's your profit. Why? Because you got the client, you did all the advertising, and then he's done the logo design. In this situation, you didn't really do any work. All you did was admin. So you made sure that your customer was good and you made sure your graphic design is good. Now, to do a business like this, you need a set of trustworthy freelancers that can do the job for you. So again, you guys can use your brain. You can't just use the cheapest person. You need to use someone that actually has good quality, to keep clients coming back. You can't just use the cheapest person just to make the most profit. You need to make sure you're providing good service. So again, you need to make sure you trust your freelancer to do the job, do it on time, and make sure it's a quality project. Now, you can't just drop service everything. I say just focus on a few niches, so logo design, mixtape covers and whatnot, and then you can outsource that to other people, other freelancers to do it for you, and then you make a difference. If you feel like you know a market that needs a lot of graphic design, but you don't do it, but you can then find someone else that can do it for you, make the difference, make that profit. And now shout out to Kay, he does drop servicing. He mainly gets his clients from people that are starting up. So essentially people starting up a YouTube channel, they're brand new to YouTube, and they need some sort of artwork done for their YouTube channel. So thumbnails or a channel cover. And with his freelancer, freelancer knows that he's drop servicing, so he does the 50-50 split. So whatever K gets from his clients, he does 50-50 split with his freelancer. So it's a well thought out agreement and it works for both sides. Shout out to ET, he also does something similar. He gets his clients from TikTok, and then his logos he charges £50, but he gets them made for around £25. So he's making 25 profit for each one, really. So again, this is for the entrepreneurs, so this is for people that want to build a really, really big business out of this. So you can have multiple freelancers working for you, and if you can get them out of clients or you can market to the right type of people, then you got a big business opportunity coming your way. Look into it if you have no skill. But yeah, here's some final words though. Look, you can't get rich overnight. This isn't an overnight method. Yes, you can make some money online. You need to make sure you learn skills and apply your knowledge to then go and market out to other people. Yes, it is a saturated market. That's why you need to stand out. Make sure you niche down. So don't just be an average graphic designer. Make sure you become a logo designer for certain companies. So for real estate companies, you got to niche down and fit a certain market so you got a consistent clientele coming through. But yeah, man, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you got to this point in the video, I appreciate it a lot. It really helps me a lot. So again, to prove that you got to this point in the video, I want you to comment down below which freelancing job you want to look into, or if you do freelancing, say what you do and give your advice to others in the comments. So if someone does want to get into it, they can read your advice and then get started with it. Man, I appreciate that. Man, it's Poku Banks, baby.